Hey guys, welcome back. Microsoft Flight Simulator. Today, we're going to be doing a quick little flight from Albuquerque to Phoenix, Arizona. I'm really just doing this so I can, get some experience with landing because I do have some trouble with that. Mostly my main purpose here is to do a full landing with the HUD here. Let me see if I turn the airplane on very quick. So you can... Yeah, well the IRS has to align, but it's basically just kind of like a F-18 style HUD that comes here in these 737s, so you can use that to kind of aim up for landing. So I'm going to try and use that today. Anyway, that's what we're going to be doing, so let me just move my keyboard over here, and alright. We're just going to get started now, once we get... Alright, yep. We're just going to get ourselves started with the parking brake always first. And then once that is set, we start with the battery. Then standby power is always a pain for me, because I always have to move over here and then I can't scroll like I can normally. There we go. The IRSs will align now, and while that happens, ground services will get ground power connected. Let's look outside the aircraft here. So we got the jetway connected and we're at gate number 2. So there's the ground power cart, and it should be connected up now. Yes, it is. All right. Okay. Move that out of the way. Okay. So now the ground power switch, and window heat. Alright, window heat connected. IRSs, get those set. Emergency exit lights to arm. There we go. Seatbelt sign is off. I'll actually switch that to auto here. And then down here to the FMC now. Albuquerque. Runway for takeoff is runway 08. Cruising altitude. Should be a short flight. Let me go see what our cruising altitude is going to be on SimBrief here. I'm going to say 27,000 should work. I'll go, yeah, 27,000 to 70. Next, or let's see. Departure is gonna be the. Let me just make sure mic is alright. Everything's working. Departure is gonna be the. I actually don't have a departure except for the Eagle 6 arrival. So it's gonna be a standard departure there, and then arrival is gonna be the Eagle 6. For runway 26. So Eagle 6 26, ILS 26 with V528. There's no ZIN on there? There is a ZIN. Then there is no Zerlo. Nope. There's no Zerlo. So I'm gonna go here. I'll just click activate for now. I'll go into the legs here. Before ZIN, We have a direct to SJN. SJN. And then before SGN we have ZIN. We already got that. And then ABQ. ABQ. Yep, and exec, and then we'll just copy and put that there and click exec. And let's look at our flight plan here in the plan mode. You can see it's just a quick turn off of runway 8. We get to ZIN, straight down to SGN. What does that look like if we zoom out? Because that looks a little weird. Probably because it is weird. Let's delete SGN here and just paste it into Dojo. Because that looks a lot better. The only problem is I think the one that I imported might not have that. So that might be an issue for later, but that's an issue for later, so I don't care. We'll head down here with our flight plan configured. I like to just kind of scroll through all these until I hit one that I haven't done. So progress. How much fuel should we have? Let me see what SimBrief wants us to have. Minimum takeoff fuel is about 5,000 pounds. We have 25. Takeoff fuel, okay. Block fuel is 5742. Trip plus taxi. I might actually drain our fuel here to about 15,000 pounds. Can I do that here while on the ground? Will it let me just change it here? Alright, then I guess we're gonna have to go into the menu here. PMDG setup, or no, not setup. FS actions, ground services. So we're gonna go to fuel truck. I'm gonna go for 17,500. Said drain us of a little fuel. We might have a little much. What's that guy doing right there? Is his arms crossed behind his back? Oh, well, he is. He's just staring. He's just mindless. Ooh, don't like the way it glitched, but flammable, no smoking. Oh, you just hit him. You're running him over. You're crushing the guy there. There's a guy. You're crushing him. That looks interesting. How does that get into our aircraft? Huh? I'm not gonna question it. Is it draining our fuel? No, it's not. You're supposed to like connect it to the plane if you would. Attaching, it says. There we go. Should I click start? If I were to set it to extra more fuel than we have, it would let. Oh my gosh, I can't drain our fuel. So are we just stuck with this? Can we not? Oh my gosh, why can't I just get rid of some fuel? Why can't I even change our, can I change like payload? so I cannot change how much fuel we have. So that's just great. We should be under the max landing weight anyway. Whatever. In that case, we'll head down here to N1 limit, take off, flaps. It's a pretty long runway. We'll go flaps 15. Center of gravity, copy and paste. It's not gonna work for us here because we haven't gone in and gone to there. If we want to just kind of paste in our 0 fuel weight reserves. I'll just set to 1. And cost index is gonna be 23. 23. We'll execute that next. And one limit takeoff now. 127 and trim is gonna be 5.51. Here we go. And then we'll get our fuel pumps up and APU start. It is going to be a little annoying with the air traffic control not knowing exactly. Alright. Fuel pumps left, aft, and forward. 1, 2. Go to ATIS here while that happens to get our altimeter set.
Albuquerque Airport information, India 2200 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility 10. Sky condition, few clouds at 14,100 feet. Temperature.
I kind of want to get some stormy weather here. So let's go here and we'll just set it to rain.
All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact. You have India.
Here we go. I do kind of want to get some. Yep.
Juliet 2200 Zulu. Wind 262 at 10. Visibility 9er. Sky condition. Ceiling 4,600 feet broken. Temperature 15. Dew point 1 tree. Altimeter 29.902. Visual runway.
There we go. Let's try to get ourselves some rain weather. The rain doesn't look half bad, so this will make it a little bit more interesting of a flight here. There. Here we go. Alright, so altimeter is set. We do have heavy rain. It's not going to be a problem with the wipers just yet. So ground power, APU. With fuel pumps on, APU is going to go to start. As that happens, left wiper. Are they going to be in sync now, or? Whoa! Whoa! Did you see that? Did I turn on the engine start for the right engine? Okay, I hope I didn't. Turn off the right wiper, we don't need it. Wiper doesn't even do anything. I still cannot see. Anyway. APU generators, know that the APU is on. Left, right. APU generators on. Also bring up APU bleed. Oh my god! I swear, the lightning right now is giving me like flashbangs. Look at this. lightning just struck and it like absolutely wiped out my screen. That was bright. Anyway, you bleed on, and we'll release ground power now. Alright, ground power is disconnecting. Fuel pumps right and center. Fuel pumps right and center. Electric hydraulic pumps. Request our IFR clearance here.
Ground Delta 502 ready to copy IFR clearance to Sky Harbor.
Let's get some a little bit more lightning in here. Yeah. Of course, snow would be a little too much. Oh. My bad, wasn't paying attention. Just fiddling with the weather. What's the wind? The wind is 5 knots.
Departure on 127 decimal for squawk 127 tree.
I kind of want to give us some. We're gonna want some east wind. I'll set it so it's a little bit different, but in gusts per minute, I'll bring down to like 8. Ah, it's fine to me. Just kind of want to configure the weather a little bit since we haven't had that interesting of weather. So, autopilot panel configured, cleared for 16,000 feet. That might be the cruising altitude that they're gonna try and give us. Oh my god. 60,000 feet, where we're clear to. Let's see. Set that here to 145, so that I can configure it to. Man, I cannot see. Can I get some, main panel? I just want some light, because I cannot see crap right now. Just some pedestal lighting. I'll turn the dome. Okay. 145, course gonna be 080 for runway 08. I'm not gonna configure it exact. I'm just gonna put 81. Why not? Definitely a lot of lightning here. 81 heading. All that's configured. With that, we'll go ahead and see. That looks good to me. Go ahead down here to the transponder. Minimum's 150 radio and close all doors. Alright, minimums are set. 150 radio. Doors, we'll go ahead and close those. Menu, FMC. They probably should, it might already be closed. Nope, alright, already closed. Wheel chocks removed, taxi lights on. Alright, wheel chocks are off. Ground sources request that we disconnection.
Albuquerque ground Delta 502. Could you please disconnect the jetway from the aircraft?
Alright, jetway will be disconnected. Hopefully. Yep. Jetway being disconnected. Taxi, runway turn off, and anti-collision. parking brake release and push back start. Alright, so let's get ourselves started with pushback here. Go and use my auto pushback tool to pre-plan this. Already know exactly where we're going to need to be pointing here. 2008, not a far taxi, it's just going to be right down here. Gonna line ourselves up just like that. And press enter here. And we're going to request pushback.
Cockpit to ground. This is ground. Stand by.
Wow. I don't know. The rain could look a little better, but it's not bad. The lightning, though, and the sound. Listen to this. Sounds really good. So, let's see here. Wow. See a lot of this lightning. Really, really bright.
Okay, sir. The bypass pin is installed. All doors and hatches closed and all ground equipment is removed. The parking brakes are set. You may lift.
Can I get a
Brake set. Lifting the aircraft.
flight control check here? Elevators look good.
We are cleared for start and push.
Get the
Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake.
1, 2, 3.
Parking brakes are released.
As we do that, we'll just go here.
Push back. You can start the engines in sequence. It will start in the sequence. Please release parking brake.
Looking good. Forward, backward. Rudder looking good. So you can see elevators good. Rudder good. And alright. Then of course throttle here. We'll also get the engine started up now. Engine number 2, ground starter. And engine number 2, fuel. Apparently we haven't, wow. Haven't disconnected our parking brake, but guess it doesn't matter. Is this on most frequent? Because this feels... Doesn't even clear much out of the way. Anyway. Engine number 2 getting started up. Once engine number 2 is started, I will actually go over our flight controls again, make sure. See here, here's our yoke. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, pushback completed. Please set your
Alright.
parking brake. Brake set. Parking brake set. Lowering aircraft. Ground. You may disconnect. Okay, sir. Clear to disconnect. Pin has been removed. Flight. Holding position, waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
I'm sorry? Did that just happen? Get the left engine started. What the hell? Why were we levitating off the ground? What the hell just happened? What is going on? Why? Oh man, I don't know why. Just looking at the yoke down here, it's kind of satisfying just to kind of. I'm planning on getting a yoke. I actually asked Thrustmaster if they would send me their yoke, and I would do a review on it if they sent it to me for free, and they actually might. They forwarded it to marketing and the relevant department, or maybe I meant just like the relevant department, not like the relevant department. But anyway, engine number 1 is also started, so yeah, that'd be a fun video. Be really exciting. Engine generators are on, parking brake set, APU generators, and of course APU bleed. Off, off, APU bleed, APU off. Packs left and right, auto. Yaw damper on, anti-ice, we'll turn that on, it's pretty cold out here. And there's also rain, so that could mean, let's see. Logo lights on, position lights steady. Turn on all our lights here. And then wing and wheel well. Wing and wheel well on. Pitot heat on. And I'll also configure the thing here. So let me get the (1135) in terms of elevation for landing. Go 1150. And cruising altitude, I'm gonna try and get 27,000. 27,000 configured there. Everything is looking good. I'll also get pitot heat up here. You can see those. And yaw damper. We have yaw damper. Yep. Yaw damper up here. That's alternate flaps. You can see here, let's go over up to our overhead panel. No, 2, 3, 4. So of course here we do have one red light. And that is the yaw damper. And we'll set that there, and that should hopefully, yep, warning is gone. With all that, we are good to get taxi IFR here. Go back and get taxi IFR.
Albuquerque ground Delta 502 with Juliet ready to taxi IFR. Delta 502 taxi 2 and hold short of runway 8 using taxiway Alpha.
So, I told you it would be a short taxi route. Alright, and we'll acknowledge that. I'll switch over to tower now.
Short runway 8 using taxiway Alpha Delta 502.
We are unfortunately gonna have to hit this bus here because they are refusing to move out of the way. So we're gonna have to hit them. We'll be fine. Speeding a little bit. I don't think this is the actual taxi route you're supposed to take. Taxiway Alpha? Well, there is no taxi ribbon, so I'm pretty sure I'm going the right way. This should be runway 08. Yep. Runway 08. As we do that, we'll go set 1, 2. Alright, flaps going to 5. Let's see here, they should be deploying now out to 5. Throttle back a little bit. We're gonna get both flight directors 1 and 2 on. And a little left here. Oh, okay. Blinded me. And then flight director and ground speed, so flaps, all good. We are all good to hold short here on taxiway Alpha now. And I will stop here. Before we get takeoff clearance, flaps will go to 10, 15 degrees, auto brake rejected takeoff. Landing lights on, already turn off lights on, they're already on. Auto throttle arm, VNAV on, and then taxi onto the runway. VNAV is gonna cooperate. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It's probably my fault, but anyway, flaps 15, everything looks good for takeoff.
Delta 502, altimeter 30.14, wind 082 at 12. Cleared for takeoff.
Alright, got some good headwind here. Clear for takeoff runway 8. I'm going to try taking off using the HUD here so I can show you guys. As you can see here. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. It actually looks better than usual because usually it will crop it out a little bit. But, looking good. I do think our altimeter might be a little off. Yeah, 3.14. And not 30.15. Holy crap, my rudders. Alright, let's get ourselves. Holy crap. Alright, Toga. Approaching our V1 speed here.
E1. Rotate.
Here we are. Rotate.
Positive rate of climb.
Gear up. Gear in transition. No, flight director is not up for some reason.
Delta 502, contact Albuquerque departure on 127.4. Good day.
We're gonna lean to the left here.
127 decimal for Delta 502. Albuquerque departure Delta 502 is passing 7,400 feet, climbing 16,000 feet.
Delta 502, Albuquerque departure altimeter 30.14. Continue to Alpha Bravo, Quebec as planned.
Flaps 10. I'm gonna zoom out on the map here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. We're on here, making a left turn to follow this path here. Holding around 180. Auto throttle hasn't quite kicked in yet. Don't think I have it set for 180. I'm gonna try and see if I can get it up and running here. I'm gonna wait. Autopilot isn't enabled yet, so it's understandable. Have some nice tailwind here on our way to Phoenix. Let's see. Of course, flight director's gonna be a little wonky, but
Bank angle.
shut up. Oh wow, that's interesting. It's got like the whole ground kind of mapped out. So probably gonna want to fly heading 24-ish, 25. So trying to get ourselves pointed towards our LNAV here. Passing through 10,000 now. I am going to enable the autopilot here. Bring flaps to 5 and LNAV is on. And I'm going to go to level change here and I'm going to bring our speed up to 245 with flaps coming up to 2 degrees. Auto brake's going to come off. Through 10,000, of course, we're going to turn off our landing lights. We're going to turn off lights and taxi lights. Let me just double check here. Alright, all looks good there. Turn off lights, taxi lights, and then through 18,000 we will figure that. So everything looks good for now. I'm going to bring up the HUD here. It's looking good. Passing up through 245 flaps and to come all the way up now. Alright, flaps going up to 0. Hopefully we don't get an overspeed warning here. The flaps will get all the way up and that will, there we go. Looking good through 10,000, however we can increase our speed up past 2. There, I'm going to go to 265. I'm going to request an increase by about 10,000 here so we can get
Albuquerque departure
up to
Delta
270 as we
502.
planned.
Request flight level 260.
Delta 502, climb and maintain.
I'm gonna climb to 260 anyway.
260.
I'll set it to 18,000 for now. Acknowledge that.
Climb and maintain 16,000 feet. Expect
Alright,
flight
what a
260
takeoff.
Delta 502.
Definitely a little fast when I took off. I took a little bit to like actually rotate.
Albuquerque Center on 1-3-2.8.
Anyway, Albuquerque Center.
Going to 1 tree 2
And we'll bump our speed up here to 285 as we get closer and closer here to that. Climb checklist, everything looks good. Not missing anything. Alright. Now we are at 285 knots. Should be passing through. Now, since we're flying over the storm now, might change the weather a little bit, be a little bit more calm in our when it comes to our arrival. What's the weather looking like? I want to see what the weather radar says. Really has to say about this. I never. I feel like the weather radar is always super weird. Oh, I did not do that. I should have.
Albuquerque Center Delta 502 is passing 17,300 feet, descending 16,000 feet.
Delta 502 Albuquerque Center altimeter 30.14. Continue to Hegma as planned.
Albuquerque Center Delta 502. Request flight level 270.
We are Delta 502 for this flight here in the Delta Airlines livery.
502 descent and maintain 16,000 feet. Expect flight level
Looking
270.
pretty darn good. Just got to descend here to 16,000 so they will let us climb again.
Descend and maintain 16,000 feet. Expect flight level 270.
Actually don't need our
Delta 502.
wiper anymore. What's that? Air conditioning? Oh, anti-ice engine. There's a lot of interesting stuff on that side. Whatever. Air conditioning, really? What's that? We may have an interesting warning.
Delta 502 climb and maintain
Oh,
flight level
just off schedule descent. Okay, we're fine. Thought it was.
Climb and maintain flight level 220 Delta 502.
That's playing smarter than I thought it would be. Usually all this stuff would be on the panel here, but they have a whole thing planned for that. That's cool. 220 level change. Climbing up here, climbing up. Oh wow, 3,000. Should be getting through 18,000, where I will then altimeter there, and then you have nothing really to do until top of descent, which should be before Zune. We have a weird flight plan. It might be a little interesting with the flight plan that I had put into the flight simulator that the ATC can read being different, because in Microsoft Flight Simulator with the PMDG 737 you have to import your flight plan before you actually like put it in the flight simulator. With like the A320 and all that stock Asobo stuff, you don't need to do that, but with the 737 you do, so the ATC like can know where you're going, because the FMC isn't directly connected to the flight sim, which can make it really confusing sometimes. Oh, actually, you don't need as much light anymore anyway with the new basically being out of the storm here. Turn off all these lights, don't need that. Panel light. Turn off the pedestal lighting down here. We'll turn that on when we get back into Arizona here. Alright, we do have some over here that we can turn down. And here we are, through 10,000 approaching there. I'll switch over to standard barometer now. Rolling back everything here. Doesn't need to be where it is. Oh, that's the brightness of that panel. We want that to stay kind of the same here. Alright. Oh, we are entering a storm here.
Climb and maintain flight level 270 Delta 502.
Do not want to stay here for long. Alright, come on. Let's get ourselves up to 270. Okay, so we're like at the edge of these storm clouds here, so we should be passing through these hopefully. Gotta do a quick double check here. Everything seems to look good. I'm gonna zoom out one more here. Actually, no, I'm gonna keep it where it is. Just gotta make sure, you know, my mic is on, audio's on. Alright. I have OBS recording this, and sometimes it will break, so just gotta make sure that's working. So, we are not as far to Phoenix as I thought we would be, but climbing up here to 270, maintaining 300 knots, shouldn't be that bad. We're going 435 ground speed, and wow, underneath all of those storm clouds, some nice blue sky up here. What a nice view too. That's cool. Anyway, just climbing right now. Altimeter's on standard. Taxi lights and all that is off. Auto brakes off. Nothing up here we need to worry about. Kinda want to see how much fuel we've done during our cruise. So if we go here, we can do reset, and it will. So you can go to fuel used, or I don't know, just rate. Yep, so I can just go to whatever, doesn't matter. We're hitting 270 any second now. We should be able to get our speeds up some like 320 here. So we are going to be passing through a couple clouds here, so hopefully the turbulence isn't super bad. Just putting down the seat because I want to. Anyway. Aw, look at a little cute little, Alright, getting close here to 27,000 feet. You might notice that the, altimeter here is a little off. I think that's because of the standard air pressure switch here can sometimes be a little it might actually be pretty spot on. Let's see here, 2,500. And then let's see what it says here when we hit. Oh, that says 27,200. That's not where we're cleared to. We're cleared to 27,000. Silly. Here we go. I will go into Mach. Looks like it's already done that for me. We'll go Mach 0.8 here. As we level off, should be achievable here for the 737. Why is the wiper on? I thought I turned it off. There we go. No more wiper. We're good. And I will now put us into the cruising camera view here. Let's look around and see what we got in terms of good camera views. I want something that really can just get a good look at the clouds we pass through them. That one looks good. Something interesting. I think external 7 should get a good enough look here. I will close up that, and I will go here, and I will turn on automatic radio communications. Should probably go back in the cockpit to make sure that we reach our speed just fine in cockpit. Yep, so we are increasing speed very, very slowly. But we are getting to around Mach 0.8. Is that creeping down slowly, the, Okay, we're good. So, just passing. Mark point 797, 798, 799.8. There we go. Back into the showcase view, turn that off, close that. And with us there, I will sign off for a little bit. Yep. Here we go. Yep. See ya.
Center, Delta 502 flight level 270.
Delta 502 Albuquerque Center, continue to dehog as planned.
Okay, we have a descent instruction. I was not expecting this already. I was doing my math homework. This is gonna be super interesting. I'm not even in the flight simulator. I'm gonna have to switch over here. They said 2 something something. Okay. Back to the normal camera. It said 200, I believe. 200. Not above 260. So hopefully we can get descending a little quicker here. Wow, that was really quick. Did not expect that. Anyway, we are coming up on, let's see, where do we have to be? We need to be at below 17,000 by the time we hit that. So we gotta start slowing down way quicker. So that's great. You can't extend it past the flight detent, so we're just gonna have to go like this. It is weird. Yeah, I can't toggle the reverse thrust. Anyway, I think I might change the winds here to be a little bit more favorable for
Delta 502, please expedite your descent. Flight level 200.
I am trying, okay?
Albuquerque Center Delta
Did not mean to press that.
vector to next waypoint.
I'm gonna set this for 265.
02, continue to HOMR, turning, and following
Oop.
heading 185, proceed on course. Keep speed, not above 250 knots.
Continue to HOMRR turning and following heading 185. Proceed on course. Keep
Okay,
speed
there we
not
go.
above 250 knots. Delta
It's gonna be a little bit of rain. I'll do scattered clouds. I'm not trying to get like perfect headwinds. I might bring that up a little bit, but let's see what our... Yeah, I don't want it to be super bad as we... Yeah, so I'd want it to be somewhat good weather, you know. We are descending faster now. Heading towards flight level 200. Let's see, descent checklist. I did not do our init ref here. Didn't really think to do that right now. I'm gonna go for flaps 30. I just really want to do that. So flaps 30. Looking good there. Ref speed 139. Auto brake. I'll go auto brake 2. See, best sign. All right. So I'm using this speed brake here. If I were to let the speed brake up, you'd see we would start accelerating, and the plane would have to slow down. But if I were to pull it back here, start decelerating, the plane could push forward a little more. I guess it doesn't make sense to do it right now. So I might get rid of how much fuel do we have? We have plenty. We have quite a bit of fuel. I knew I should have decreased it when we had started, but whatever. Having a little extra fuel can't be that bad. Alright, and as we pull up out of this dive, there we go. Speed brakes are up. We should be pulling out of it now. I'm going to open up Sky Dolly, my replay stuff.
Delta 502, descend and maintain 14,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 14.
Oh, I gotta turn off that.
502.
Down to 14,000 now. So they're gonna have us go. I set it to 18,000 pretty quick just to... Alright, there we go. I'll bring it down a little more here to... And then bring out spoilers here, 14,000 feet. Speed, I'm gonna drop back to 255. Auto throttle should be taking care of this, right? Yeah, it's moving the throttles back. Alright. Spoilers are out. We're descending about 2,000 minutes. We're pretty darn close to the airport. I think the air traffic controller does not know where we are at.
502, you are tree 7 miles northeast. Descend and maintain 7,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 26 approach via Zerlo transition. Clear to Zerlo.
Is it set for Zerlo? Oh my god. Let me see what the arrival in the Phoenix would look like if we were to add. We'll go for that instead. Instead of SD.
Delta 502, descend and maintain 7,000 feet.
There we go. That looks a lot better. We're descending very quick. Altimeter we did not get. I'll acknowledge that, I guess.
Descend and maintain 7,000 feet. Expect ILS
Very crowded approach right now. This is not at all how I plan things to go. We didn't get a single altimeter thing here. I'm going to drop our speed down to 235 now. I'm just trying to get us to slow down. I'm going to drop a notch of flaps, hopefully, see if that will help us slow down just at all. I'm just trying to slow down, really, is the problem, and get down. They want us to go to 7,000. So, of course, we're coming in really high here. We should be at 7,000 by whatever the next waypoint is, and we are not. Let's just set a procedure to drop our speed here. But I want us to get descending quick.
Delta 502, contact
Switch over to Albuquerque Center. Albuquerque Center is giving us an approach, which I think is kind of weird.
125 decimal for Delta 502.
We have not gotten a good enough
Albuquerque Center,
altimeter
Delta
here
502 is
to
at
configure that.
12,600 feet, descending 7,000 feet.
We are catching up on our ILS here.
Delta 502, Albuquerque.
2992, of course.
Decimal 902, continue to Zerlo as planned.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I didn't configure that as much when I set it to the default, but
02, contact
Phoenix
Phoenix.
approach 123.7.
Good day.
123.7 for Delta 5.
So now we're actually talking to Phoenix. This isn't our final turn for the ILS here, but it is catching up to it. Descending pretty fast. I'm going to drop our speed again to 215. Dropping flaps 2 here to help us slow us down. Contacting Phoenix approach.
Delta 502 is at 12,600 feet, descending 7,000 feet.
Can we get lower, please?
Delta 502, Phoenix. Approach altimeter 29er, decimal 902. Continue
Nope.
descent as planned.
Catching up on the ILS here, I am going to drop. I might drop gear to help us get some extra drag, just to help us slow down. That's my strategy here. A little, like, I wouldn't call it exactly a normal procedure to have spoilers, landing gear out, and all that right now, just to slow down, but we do need it. We do need the extra drag. Bring landing gear back up here. Spoilers, disarm those. I want to be able to have, alright, and we're going to drop flaps 5 now that we can. Let's see here. Reference speed is 140, flaps 30. Everything looks good. Passing through 10,000. Landing lights on. When we turn off lights on. And max airspeed 250, which it should be. Good. And flaps going to 5 now. Should be making a right turn here. We have good headwind, which I kind of set up, but Want to make sure every single thing here is working right. Alright, 6,000 now is where they want us to go. We'll acknowledge that.
Descend and maintain 6,000 feet.
We are descending a little slow. I'm gonna do vertical speed. We have to just bringing out spoilers here. I'll switch to level change now that I have spoilers out. We're gonna make this turn here. I'm gonna drop our speed down to 165. Dropping flaps 10. Getting closer and closer to being able to actually hit our reference speed. Bringing down the HUD here. Very, very, very busy landing into Phoenix. So we are, or should be, getting established here. I'm going to switch into approach mode. Looking good. Approach mode, looking stable, looking nice. Whoa, 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 whoa. Did I just put up spoilers? What's going on? Why are we accelerating? Hey, why are we... Yo, level change, come on.
Delta 502, descend and maintain 5,000 feet.
I have no idea what's going on. What the heck?
Descend and maintain 5,000 feet. Delta 502.
I don't know what's going on. This is really crowded. This might end up going horribly wrong here. Landing gear down, flaps 15. Slow down, airplane. Our speed is 139. And we're flaps 15. Going flaps 25. Want us to get to 4,000 here. Coming in a little bit high. Plane looks like it's starting to figure out what it's doing here. Getting closer and closer. Going flaps 30 now. Then go 4,000.
4,000 feet. Delta 502.
I have all my trust here in this aircraft. I'm pretty sure the airplane's handling the approach like well enough. Let's see, flaps as required, gear down. We're not at the point where we should have our gear down. I'm gonna put the spoilers up here so the plane will bring back the throttle. I'm looking for, can I get some, I cannot see. It's definitely a little bright terrain. No, not much. Okay. So we are on approach, looking stable. No visual on the airport just yet. We are stable at our approach speed. Coming in, we have a little bit of weight. I think we should be fine here. Of course, it's not the best HUD brightness. Alright, there we go. I do not see any sort of runway lights. 12 miles east. Okay. So basically 12 nautical mile final now.
Tower on 118.7 when inbound on the approach.
Alright, acknowledge that approach clearance. Tune Phoenix Tower and contact.
Delta 502,
Phoenix Tower. Delta 50212 miles east inbound. ILS runway 26.
Alright, cleared ILS approach here.
cleared ILS runway 26 approach.
We cleared. Can I turn on approach mode? Can I get localizer, ILS, nothing? Okay. That's interesting. I guess we do have it up here on our thing. Still no visual. We do have some interesting right. Phoenix approach again, even though we're already talking to him.
Good day.
This is a Phoenix Tower, I believe.
123.7
Okay.
Delta 502.
So of course we're descending through our cleared altitude on in the approach mode. I'm just trying to make sure everything's working. Once we have a visual, I will take over. I'm not gonna take over until I have a good enough visual on the airport. Alright, radio altimeter. No visual still. Once, if we hit our minimums, we cannot see the air. We should be able to. Visibility shouldn't be terrible. Should get some sort of visibility on the airfield any second now. We're on glide slope established. We do have visual on the airport, and we do have visual on our landing runway. Of course, it looks like the airplane is lining up a little left, which I think is weird, but it might be because of the wind. The track might be different. Unless I'm seeing things. Alright, I'm gonna take over here. Now that I have a good enough visual on the runway. The flight director's telling me to keep this. I'm not sure if I trust it, even though I have visual on the runway, and it looks like we're not gonna hit the runway. Unless I'm mistaken. Actually, no, we look good. So, gear down, flaps 30, reference speed looking good. Alright, I'm gonna put my trust here in the autopilot. If something goes wrong, we can go around. I don't think we can go around under our minimum altitude here. We do have a good visual. We are looking at pretty established here. I'm just following the flight director here in the hood. Just trusting that. Here. Landing is definitely the most difficult part for me. As, you know, sim pilot. But with this HUD here, it actually isn't that hard. You just gotta line up the two circles, really. But really just comes down to, alright, 1,000 feet. Just comes down to, you know, I don't know. Let's see here. Looking good. Speed looks good. We're not through minimums just yet. Just following here. Of course, everything looks good here. We are following pretty well. Set downwards a little bit. So we might be 34 feet high. Right now, altimeter 600. Speeding 500. Any second now. 500. A little bit of a flare here. Okay. Ooh. Flight director. Okay, coming in a little high now. I'm not sure if to trust the. Yep. The flight director, of course, is being a little weird. Had us do a little bit of a weird flare. I'm gonna try and fly visual here. Approaching minimums. Continue. Auto throttle. Off.
100, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Oh, that was butter. Not gonna put out reverse thrust here. I feel pretty good about that. Actually, I might put out a little bit of reverse thrust just for fun here. Come on, reverse thrust. Come on. There we go. Turn off this taxiway. I don't know. Yeah, this should be the way to the gates, I hope. Here we are in Phoenix. I just realized I turned on the wrong taxiway. Woohoo. Let's stop here very quick. Oh yeah, speed brake was armed. Speed brake. Oh yeah. Okay. Parking brake on. I'll tune Phoenix ground in a second. Flaps retract. Speed brake down. Landing lights off. Taxi lights on. Alright, taxi lights are on. Auto brake off, APU start. To get the APU started now, I'm looking up here, and auto brake off. Auto brake is off. And alright, taxi to the gate. I will tune ground 129.625 and request taxi to the gates. I did turn on the wrong taxiway. This is the general aviation. Yeah, across runway 8. So I did make a wrong turn, but whatever. Put the HUD up now. That was a butter landing. At least in my view, that was butter. Butter. Please. Yes, the recording saved. Oh my gosh, that was butter, I think. I didn't get a landing rate that I kind of wanted, but taxiing to gate 5-1 now. Should be off to our right. Oh, is the taxi ribbon off? It's the first and only time I'm going to go into settings here. Navigation aids. Taxi ribbon is off. Let's turn that on so I can just see where I need to be going. Right. Yep, that is off to our right. Oh my gosh, dude. That landing, that felt silky smooth. That, like, I didn't hear a 5 call out. I don't know if there is one on here, but that felt good. I didn't even get like a readout. I don't think I bounced at all. I'm gonna have to, man, you know, instead of the usual distorted Wii channel music in my outro, I'm just gonna play the Butter song by Swiss001. It's a great song. We'll play that. That felt good. I didn't get a landing rate, of course, which sucks, but maybe that means it was so good that the thing couldn't even read it. And its flaps are up. Okay, we're definitely speeding and breaking the law. Flaps are up, speed brakes down, and then runway turn-off lights can come off now as we're taxiing to the gate. Oh man, APU is started, and then once you get there, taxi lights off and parking brakes set. So we're just chilling, not going the speed limit, so the gate there. Okay, we didn't get too much longer of a taxi route, so runway 8 should be clear, except for this little truck that thinks he's better than us. So I'm just gonna show him. Skirt. I'm gonna run him over because these stupid trucks in the flight simulator. It's not like a follow me truck or anything. It's just this random truck that just goes in the taxiway where I'm supposed to go and then just stays there. And I'm impatient. Can you get moving, please? Runway looks good. This is a really interesting runway. It's like the exact same material as the taxiway. Probably not the same material, but same color, which made it look really interesting. Looks like the plane was trying to line up for the taxiway at the end there, so I had to disconnect the autopilot and move it in. But other than that, that might have finally been a butter landing. Butter. Anyway, almost to our gate here. Once you get there, we'll just shut off the plane, get the jetway connected, all that good stuff. Here we go. Pulling in now. Butter, butter, butter. Man, that landing, of course it was a little bit of a rocky start to the approach, really, with the sudden clearance. I was doing my math homework when all of a sudden I got that descent clearance. I was freaking out trying to get the plane descending. The plane wasn't descending fast enough at all. That was crazy. Anyway, here we are. I'm gonna listen to this guy here at the end here. I want us to lean to the left here and come in. And he's not even gonna tell us to. Okay, whatever. As that gets connected, taxi lights off. Parking brake is set here. Wait, no, that's it. APU generators and engine cutoff. APU generator, and 1, 2. Seatbelt sign off. APU bleed on. Anti-collision lights off. Anti-ice off. Anti-ice. Electric hydraulic pumps. 1, 2. Flight director off and open the doors. 1, 2. And go here to the menu. FS actions. Doors open. Doors are open. And then we will turn off the IRSs here. 1, 2, 1, 2. IRSs are off. APU off. Fuel pumps off. Off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'll probably turn off APU bleed and the APU generators as well. APU generators, all that, and then emergency exit lights, window heat. Window heat up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pitot heat, I guess you can also turn off if you want to. Packs, cabin lights. Cabin lights, exterior lights. So just all those really. And then standby power and battery. So standby power, we just close the guard here, and battery off. There we go. With that butter landing, storm departure, and all that. Man, Phoenix looks pretty cool from the airport. Looks better than Las Vegas does. Anyway, that was it. Delta 502. Just a little chill flight, Albuquerque to Phoenix. And yeah. Felt good about that landing. Everything about that flight was pretty perfect except for the approach, but yeah. With that, goodbye.
150, 40, 30, 20, 10.